Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Today we're back with Hone. We're doing it again, bringing it back, baby. um, and last time we played, it's been a very long time. There was like 3 weeks off in a row, 4 weeks off in a row, something like that.
At least a
Um,
month.
yeah, at least a month, basically. But last time we played, our
Luna,
party,
stop.
our party, and everyone just met up with Chasoth's leader, which let me get you the name. It was the council. I didn't get a name. Dang it! I didn't. The one thing I wanted to do. But Chasoth's council of high mages, and they are a group of people who are technologically advanced and magically inclined, and they combine those two things to basically bend wills to where they want to be, but it's typically in line for the better of a larger populace. It is not, they will take down people that are causing issues and making a little bit of mischief, or trying to block out the sun, and they'll
I
just
forgot
use their power to do
Oh
such.
no.
Other than that, though, you guys met with them. They discussed with you, hey, this person that's been trying to murder you, Kaisir, the leader and like president of Hone, essentially,
He
uh,
hasn't met B yet.
is trying
He's trying to
to.
eat him.
He'd still try to kill you if you knew you were related to the party.
She's
He is
just
trying to block out the sun, and from there, he is going to he's going to do terrible things with that power.
We are going to steal the moon.
Exactly.
Nah, we on that ship of stealing the sun now.
Want to explain
Uh,
out?
they offered you, basically they offered you the ability of information and power, giving you access to some of their groups, giving you like a connection to them to complete the to go about dismantling Kaisir's plans in different ways. You guys decided to go down the path of trying to make a failsafe within the construction of a Dyson sphere. They're using nanobots, or like not nanobots. They're using large machines
Autobots.
that you
Right.
saw in like episode 6 of this campaign.
That was so long.
It was so
Oh,
long
was
ago.
that back with when like
You were
at the college?
yes, at the college. You were
Okay.
taking Therarim Roland to the college to talk about a engine design for a starship style that would be more efficient. And you saw these not little, but they're like the size of golf carts, sat on a table with large reflective mirrors on it.
What if we just like make the robots not super heat resistant? Because they're
thought
close
so.
to the
The one thing you have to remember is you have to find a failsafe that will, one, allow it to go undetected,
Stuck.
and 3, be possible to just flip a script real fast. So
That's true.
if you guys are still in the room with the council, you see in front of you 4 characters. 1, an astral elf named Trillaris. 2, a Hadazi, a monk, a little monkey man monk, called Syak. A large sort of
Monkey.
frog-like
Where
creature, a
and
Lokatheth. Lokatheth? Lokatheth? I don't know how you pronounce
Fish?
it. Are they fish more like?
I think they're more fish.
They
Did we do it?
Yeah.
whatever it is,
They
called
used the last one to-
Glapius, and
they used
then
the
a
last one to strike
Thrycreen,
me.
sort of a cricket character, called Lucius. Lucius. Lucius?
He's
I
a
don't know.
moose.
Lucius. But they are standing in front of you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Truelist kind of speaks up and she's like, well, if you guys have any questions, now this is the time to speak about it. After this, you have access to our whole area. We have food courts, we have battle rings and things like that, entertainment for the masses. We have different shops and places you can find. Once you are ready, or once we have a plan in place, which we'll give ourselves about 10 days, you can meet Chasoth at a given waypoint that she'll contact you with. And from there, you'll be able to find their headquarters. It is a floating derelict through the vacuum of space, around a little bit out from Hone's own orbit, but lagging behind by a decent margin. Thus, it's basically imperceptible to anyone incoming to the planet. Is there anything we can help you with or assist you in?
B just kind of like.
I
lays
think
his
I'm
hand.
good.
Are you just writing him?
Yeah.
I think I remember enough at this point where I think I'm good for questions.
It's been a while, so
It
I
has.
It really has been.
If you guys have
Don't
any
remember.
questions, now's the time to ask.
So B's like, so you want us, so we want to make a thing where it's like, oh no, robot brokey after a certain like trigger, right?
Yes, I think your plan is to essentially add in a failsafe undetected that can actuate once the whole project is launched. That way, they can spend all the time and resources, but with just one flip of a switch, the whole thing goes under.
So
Look at
so
the
Death
what
starring
if,
this thing.
okay, so robots take power, right? They take zappy.
Mm, we do not know.
Okay.
This is a very advanced team that's been working on this for
Eating the
seems like
balls.
years.
Well,
It
if
could
we-
be solar powered, and they just have a battery pack in each of them.
Well, they still need. Are they still affected? They could be.
Uh-oh. My
Oh,
stream-
did your power?
it didn't flicker, but my internet's funky.
Oh.
I hear you
You
Could
now,
don't
that
want
though.
that to be
I am
funky.
back.
That it causes like maybe like a pulse that makes the robots like
You want to
trigger each other.
EMP blast the structure.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Siak,
since it
Siak,
causes a chain reaction, the whole thing just goes. bleh.
the monkey speaks up. I don't know about how that would work out. You would have to find a way to be able to generate such large EMP fields to envelop the entire sun, or put one in each of their, in
Yeah.
large sectors.
So it's like when that EMP hits.
The
Or
only
whatever,
issue
it-
with that is, again, they have the top minds in the solar system working on this. They are going to do triple, quadruple, quintuple checks. What do? You could possibly find a way to re-engineer it so that maybe if you flip a power inverter, that it creates this energy. But you have put in a failsafe that will go undetected.
Mm.
That's going to be the big challenge of this whole thing.
I'm not smart enough for that.
Well,
Wait, didn't B agree that I would be her mom?
No.
I thought we did. I thought we agreed to that.
What if we make them too efficient?
Oh, like they take too much.
Lucius,
They
the-
overheat themselves.
The
So they blow a
cricket,
fuse,
the cricket
say.
guy speaks up. That would not be too efficient. That would be under efficient. But
No, if they're too efficient, they'd blow a fuse.
I don't think so. Efficiency would be how well they do their job, and it would just become better with less power waste.
No.
We all saw the same face, right?
He continues. If you can find a way to make the system
Oh my
fail
God.
itself, that would go undetected. Yes.
Okay.
I will continue to look into more information on this system. We have a couple of blueprints and designs of earlier prototypes. They're not exactly the same, but they will be similar as that's what they're basing them on. It seems like the easiest thing that would be possible to do is add a master node, figure out the code, and issue a shutoff sequence or an invert polarity sequence that will kill the system itself.
Oh, that's way too smart for me.
This would be something that we need a lot of that reconnaissance you're planning on doing and going out to their research facility, getting possibly a final model duplicated in some fashion, and then bringing it back here so we can create a virus, essentially, to send it through their system.
Oh no, the robots are gonna get sick.
Oh no!
That is the plan.
Oh no! Elliot and I are having a dance battle.
It's like, wait, can robots get sick? Looks
Not
over to
exactly.
Tex. Looks over to Tex. Can you get sick?
Oh yes, it's very annoying.
Oh no!
Oh, that's so sweet.
You see
though.
Trillerus look over at you and kind of smirk at how she knows you're lying.
I'm gonna tell him. Don't you dare!
Don't you dare.
Oh, it's so
B is
cute.
now forever believing
B
that robots
is
get sick.
Yes.
such a B.
B believes not only robots can eat, but also can get sick.
Oh.
Their skin is made of metal.
Yeah, that's,
And then
that's the only difference.
tall. There's tall Neareth. Then there's this Neareth who's just a big woman.
Big woman. At the
Beast
moment,
just
it's
think-
not near
Yeah,
it
at the-
actually.
At
the
the
moment, we
moment,
have Isa here.
yeah,
Oh frick! I'm sorry. Oh,
Isa
gosh.
came back.
No, you're good. You're good.
I
Isa's back
saw-
for a party.
Isa's still scary and cool and woman.
Bee's just the animated
Absolutely.
creature of the party.
And woman.
And a woman.
So Trullerus speaks up. Well, if you don't have any more questions, we have a couple more things to get to for this, for the circumstance. Feel free to reach out to us or Chisoth for any information on the place. In 10 days, you can meet her at that waypoint that you'll be given. And from there, you'll be going on a fairly intense reconnaissance mission into our suspected location that they have their headquarters of research and development.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Perfect.
What?
I saw what you just opened.
Oh, it's been open. I just closed Deep Rock though.
Oh.
That was fun playing Elliot. Thank you. Actually, babe, what is Kulana doing at the moment?
You're listening
You
to
cheer
this
'em on.
you're listening to this party explain what's happening.
Okay, I didn't know if I left off doing anything.
Nope, not unless you did.
I don't remember.
You all were
anymore.
invited to this location. It's quite important.
The secondary location.
No.
No,
No.
not the secondary location.
the
Any other
river
questions, or are you
secondary
guys going to go back to your
Great,
space?
smart.
Not the back rooms.
I think I'm good.
You good?
Not the back rooms.
All right. So yeah, you guys break off. You go back to the little room they gave you. It has the nice little living room, large bunk bed area room, kitchen, and everything. It's all stocked up for you too. And you're at a point now that with everything you've gathered, all the money you have, all the gadgets you have, you guys have about 10 days to go around and do whatever you need to do.
Okay.
You said there's a kitchen?
There is a full stock kitchen.
Oh god.
Oh no.
V
I'm
wants
gonna
to
go
go through
find-
the cabinets.
You did this last time.
You
Yeah.
find
You
a
did
lot
this
of
3 weeks ago.
you find a lot of space food, like different things vacuum sealed and like preserves and jams in your fridge and things like that.
There's jams.
There's jams.
Alright.
Ooh.
V's just gonna take your hand and stick it in the jam and slowly eat it.
It's kind of weird because
walk-
it's like sticking your hand inside of yourself by the viscosity of it. And it just kind of like
She just has a jar in
morphs.
her hand now.
I'm gonna go find
I,
myself
I am
a
the
half
Pazos.
Goliath.
Half-
Wait,
Those don't exist.
no, isn't Grog a half Goliath?
No, he's
No,
a full
Frog is
Goliath.
just a Goliath.
yeah,
Oh, he's just Goliath. Who said half?
half
Who's
orc.
a half?
You
Half
did.
giant. Goliaths are half giant. Not Goliaths.
Oh, that's what. I'm gonna go find a Goliath.
Um,
What is with you and Goliath, Kilana?
roll me, roll
Have
me,
a type.
roll me a D100, Kaylin.
Is it
Do
because
I?
Caden? Is it because,
I'm scared now.
is it because Caden's tall? Is that what it is?
No. No.
No.
No, I'm
That
tall.
was-
I'm tall. That's why she chose me. She's into Goliaths. It was
Exact-
before me
Oh,
thing.
okay. Alright.
D100.
Yeah, roll me a D100.
Wait, B's gonna find some peanut butter
hang
and
on,
bread
sorry.
too.
No.
Hang on, sorry.
Yeah, you can find that in the fridge and in the thing. You kind of just
Alright.
like get it and kind of make a
The
half
other,
jelly.
the other peanut butter, the peanut butter jar goes on her other hand.
Help
She
me!
sticks-
Help!
And
I
then
got a
she
ni-
sticks the bread inside her, and she made a peanut butter and
I got
jelly.
a 98.
A 98? Okay. So you kind of like, you just see everyone kind of getting things ready, kind of thinking about what the
Fucking
plan is.
bitch.
And
Okay,
Kiana's
I'll
just like-
I'll be back.
I'm gonna go to the bar. And
B's
kind of,
like, B's like, can I come?
Can I bring B?
do you want to
Oh,
bring B?
You know what happened last time.
I know, but like I still have the alcohol. Oh wait, no, I remember. I still have the bit of alcohol I saved for her. I actually still do. I
No, you
forgot
gave that
about
to her in the morning, I thought.
I did.
Yeah, so you
Did
don't.
I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
You
Oh,
promised
I
her you'd
didn't-
give
I
it to her in
thought
the
I did,
morning,
yeah.
and she did.
B like clinks the jars that are on her hand. Can I come?
Aww.
Do you let B join you?
I can't say no.
Well, there's bread dissolving inside of her. so-
I can't
Alright.
say no.
So yeah, you guys basically pack up and you start heading down to like a bar-like area. Kaylin, as you get there, so this is like it's sort of like an airport where it has like this treadmill in the center. Or what was it? We found out the name last time.
Treadmill?
I looked this up. I remember.
Yeah,
this
we
now.
looked it up last time. Whatever it is, like a walking
It's
something.
a funny.
It was a really
word. Hang
stupid
on.
name.
I'll get it back.
But you guys are going down those paths, and you see this sort of open bar area. It has like a it's sort of like a recreational area with ping pong and pool, and then there is a large bar and some like booths that is serving food. And at the bar, you actually see a very handsome Goliath, very probably like 7'8" or something like that, fairly tall, but super chiseled and a very strong jaw.
Oh god, it's Giga Chad.
Yeah. And he's just sitting at the bar, just having a drink.
I found it.
What is it?
It's a travelator.
Travelator. That's right.
Later.
It's stupid.
B
I kinda
immediately
like
starts
it.
looking around for any unattended drinks.
Hang on, I need to look up something
In this sort of
quickly.
space, you're not gonna see many of those. This isn't like a homely vibe where people feel safe to run around. People are just grabbing a drink to go on their way, it seems.
Hang on, I need to look up something.
Uh-oh.
No, keep talking though.
That's
had a
it.
bit
Do
of
you
a
see?
question.
What do you want to do? What's up, Tim? Cam?
Is there something like a workshop here? You think?
There would definitely be like a creator area. Something somewhere where you can like go rent an area and buy parts and things like that fairly
Mom,
easily.
is that you?
Okay.
Or
Do you want to
Frank?
go find that thing?
I want to try and find that
Mom,
thing.
Frank?
Yeah, so every single area has like a main hub section where there seems to be a lot of entryways and there's a map on it. You see if you
Mhm.
actually go back the way you came more towards the industrial area, there is a mix of industry and retail that actually has like these different spaces that have like 3D printing fabricators, sheet metal fabricators, all these different things that you can go in and just get parts and take them to different areas. So you
Okay.
start heading down that way. We'll get to you in a minute then.
Yeah. You do your
Um,
thing. I just wanted to make sure.
Hulana. So yeah, what do you want to do in this space?
I.
It's
do
not terribly
want-
busy because you're in space. There isn't really day and night, so people just drink whenever they are not at work, sort of.
Oh,
Um, so it's not incredibly busy, but it's not super dead either.
Apparently, there's actually a like a guide to flirting in D&D. So hang on.
B's just following around Kulon like a lost child.
So I just asked, can I just ask B? I'm like, B, do you want anything?
She points to the menu, like
This alcoholic side specifically.
yeah,
Okay,
specifically
okay.
alcoholic side.
All right.
We want Funny Bee again.
Okay.
You got lucky last time. You ended up with cuddling with someone you knew on the table. That was all it was. You didn't get married to someone.
Yeah,
All right.
B will
you
just
just-
mitosis and leave.
Yeah,
the
you just
other
point out
half.
to whatever you just point out to whatever you want, hon. And I'll get it for you.
B, what are you looking to get?
I'm back.
But
Uh,
also,
Welcome back.
I'm also B. Can we also be responsible with our drinking though?
Of
Wait, what?
course.
yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, trust this one to be
What did I
responsible.
miss?
Kaylin and B are at a bar, and then Tim's going off to find a
B's
like a
my
creator
party
area.
buddy. But we're also being responsible though.
Yeah.
What kind of beers are on this bar, Kaden?
So this is a high-end
Improv for
area.
BDM.
Well, this is a high-end area, so you have some of those more like warmy, home-feeling stuff, like a mead, like a honey mead, or a different sorts of
honey mead.
wine. But you also are at a like. This is one of the few bars in an area, and it seems like a chain thing. So you have things like tequila, you have things like a rum or whiskeys and things like that. Super high-end, expensive, but very high alcohol content items.
She points to the honey mead. That one.
Do you grab that for her, Kaylin?
Yes, I do.
So it is only like 5 copper for this. And with that, it comes in a decent size. It comes in like about I want to say like a 30-ounce bottle or like mug.
That's more than enough for B.
Yeah, exactly. And so they set it down, and then the bartender is another half elven man. Sort of like a very average of the road, just like a little bit shorter than average, but dark brown hair, sort of shaggy. And he's like, "Are you sure that one's old enough for this?"
Points to potentially hundreds of year old.
Yeah. How do you? I just go up to him. I'm like, how do you explain a creature that may or may not be over 100 years old?
He's like, "I don't want to know," and he passes you guys the alcohol.
He just looks at the guy. He just looks at the
Thank
guy.
you, good sir.
He looks at the bartender. B is eternal, and then walks away.
I am older than
Then you know.
He
And
the guy at the
I
bar is just like, it's been too long of a day, and just walks away.
Yeah.
She
She just puts her finger in it.
Slowly slipping.
just licks it up a little bit. Slurp. Um, I just make sure B is situated and comfortable, and
She's still gonna follow you.
yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm protecting B with my life. I don't care. Can I? What is the guy at the bar? The Goliath.
The
doing
Goliath,
Right now?
he's just drinking, having a little
He's
bit of a slurp.
How far is he?
This bar is probably a good like 50 feet long. He's probably closer to the end of that bar while you're in the center of it.
Does he notice me sort of looking at him?
Probably not.
He's too
Okay.
busy eating and drinking.
Just drinking, no food.
Well, what a loser.
Yeah, right?
You gotta
There's
eat
some
something
nachos,
when you
dude.
drink.
Oh yeah, did you want some?
Do you when you're a Goliath?
But like, what if it's like,
Mm,
like bacon?
You
or
know,
something?
he's got a point.
He's a Goliath, and you don't know what he's drinking. It might just be water.
It's vinegar.
Oh, what's sadder?
Drinking vinegar alone.
I want him. I feel so awkward. So in my head, I'm just thinking like, I can't like mess this up again. Like I want to go and talk to him, but I feel like I'll be just clumsy all over again.
This is
Um,
my favorite thing.
B pops up. Who you looking at?
no one B. Did you want anything to snack on while
Can
we're
B
here?
roll insight?
Sure.
Oh,
Kaylin, roll me a
no.
deception check.
No.
I would like to point out that B has a +10 to insight.
Holy hell!
She's a
Kaylin,
wisdom
Roll
user.
deception.
Oh no.
What? What'd you get?
What did you get? I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, Kaylin,
Oh, I
you're
have to
first.
roll for.
You have to roll a
I'm sorry.
deception. See how well you lie about you're looking at no one.
Hang on. Where's my app? There we go. Jeez. I'm at 4%.
Plug your phone in then.
Okay, I got a 14.
I got a
You know what-
22.
Gosh
You know
dang
what?
it!
So you see
know what?
instantly whenever she says no one, she instantly starts flicking her eyes over at a Goliath. That's the only person sitting at the bar right now on this side.
Only person.
Only person on the bar on this side. There's another side. There's probably two people chatting about a TV show that's on.
Okay.
But that's
I
it.
just kind of changed the subject. I'm like, hey B, do you want a snack or anything, or I might get something to eat.
B's like, I can get you a snack, and she
Oh.
gets down and walks over to the Goliath.
Oh, no.
I rush over to B and just lightly like grip her.
She just molds
the
through your hand.
slime
All
being.
right, Keelan, give me a dexterity check.
Can you restrain the
Yeah, can you
slime?
restrain Jello? Let's see.
When B gets drunk, does she become a Jello shot?
Oh no! I got a 9.
No, you try to put a hand on her shoulder to like stop her, but her body just kind of folds through your fingers, and you're just like, ew. But she walks right past you.
B! I'm like, B! Like, I quietly whisper, I'm yelling, whispering, B! Come back! Come back, B! Come
Walk
on,
in at, like, the
come
most
on.
awkward
She's
time.
not a dog.
Come
I
here,
know,
B.
I know.
Come here. Come
I
here.
know, that was a joke.
B turns around.
Come here, girl. You want a treat? You see, with all the commotion, Kulana, you're making, this Goliath kind of looks over at you guys, like just confused about what's happening behind him,
So,
and
I
just
just kind
shoots
of,
a curious glance.
I'm like, I just kind of
At
nervously
who?
laughed. I'm like,
at
come on.
who? At who? does he look
At
at?
Kulana, because Kulana's making the noise.
Okay.
I'm not trying to make noise. I'm whispering. I'm whispering.
Give me a
yelling.
stealth check, Kulana.
Oh, fine. Gosh.
Kaden,
You're
I just want
you're so needy, Kaden.
What's up?
Kaden, I just want Tex to walk into like the most awkward time possible.
If you want to say you're looking for them, I'll gladly help.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you want me to roll, Kaden?
Stealth check.
Stealth.
Let's see how quiet you are.
Gosh Gosh dang it. Hang on. Oh, 26.
Okay, you did well enough. I'll allow it that you
That's
say
the wrong one.
yeah, you're doing that, and he doesn't look over and shoot a curious glance. He's kind of you're whispering just enough, maybe too much that even B isn't hearing you. I don't know. Why isn't she responding?
Okay,
No,
but
like I'm whisper yelling. Like I'm loud enough, but I'm soft.
okay, let's be honest. B has selective hearing.
Yeah, B's also not gonna do anything. So
So-
B, what are you doing?
I'm walking right up to the Goliath and I want to like poke him and be like, hi.
He's so
Sure.
cute. I'm
You poke
sorry.
him, and you just see this Goliath look over, like, "Hello, little one. What can I help you with?"
My friend
Aw.
wants to talk. My friend wants to talk to you.
Ah.
He kind of
My
just.
friend thinks you're cute.
Yeah.
Uh,
My friend thinks you're cute.
Uh,
I'm like shaking my hands back and forth, like no.
he looks over at you. B, he tries to pick you up. Do you let it happen, or do you slip
I'll
through?
let it happen.
He picks you up, walks over to Keelan, and goes, "I think this is yours."
I just lightly grab B and I'm slightly like oh thanks. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're very kind.
He says something along the lines of, he's like, "You have a very chatty one there. Be careful." And he just like winks at you and goes back to his drink.
No.
Ooh.
B looks like, haha, B, careful.
B power. The power of B.
B looks at Kilana. Did I help?
Yeah. We yeah, B, you did. It was very kind.
Yay.
I
And then
just
she
made-
goes back to her drink.
I just
Okay.
made the comparison that B is like Jimothy, but actually capable of harm.
Oh my god, that's so true.
So cute though.
All right. So you guys, are you guys gonna
Um,
do anything else with this?
Can I wait, can I quickly I guess B and I are like doing our own thing for a little bit and
And Tech shows up.
and how do
When
I
Tech shows up.
what would be the correct thing of giving someone their number?
You have
But-
like a sort of communication number. It's like a weird code that you can send to people, and through different sort of hubs they can access sending signals. It's sort of like advanced email, and your ship is capable of receiving emails, but it's like locked to your personal identification thing.
Oh, I have an idea.
What is that?
So besides that, I'm gonna ask the bartender if he is a what's the word?
A regular?
A regular, yes.
He
Um,
works there. He's a bar. Oh, the
no,
Goliath.
the bartender a regular? He works there. You sit on the other side of the area, and you just call the bartender over, and you're like, "Hey, is that guy like here often?" And the bartender just looks at you. He's like, "I don't know, maybe once a week. I think he works at one of the steel plants."
I think my actual intelligence drops when I play B.
I like to think that that's actually what B says.
Why would you give this to bartender if he's a regular?
The ground? That's where all dead people live?
So good.
What do you say?
I was just wondering, making sure, like, he looks kind of familiar, you know. I mean,
The bartender stares at you, Keelana, and just goes, "That's what you're doing?"
what?
he continues,
What?
"I work at a place where people get drunk and hook up 24/7. I'm not oblivious."
Neither is B.
So cute. Sorry, B is adorable. I just like, well, I mean, of course, of course, I'm looking more for like a relationship, not like just a hookup. I mean,
Hey, Keelan, roll me a stealth check.
what the heck, dude? Don't do this.
You're
to me.
being loud in an open space. Let's see if your Goliath friend hears you.
Ooh. 24.
24. Okay, no. Oh. I'm back.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Kid,
What
you
happened?
good?
My keep crashing. My internet and power are cutting out.
I'll
Don't just
tell
get
it to
better
stop.
internet and
Look
power.
at
Yeah.
the hand.
But yeah,
Oh.
24. Screw you,
Freaks
Caden.
later. So what else happened while I was did anything? Did you say anything while I was freezing?
I just said 24 and that was it. And then
Well, do you want to
said-
say anything else to this bartender?
do you happen to know anyone else that has information on him?
The bartender goes, "I'm a bartender, not a tracker. Go talk with one of the tracking guilds if you want information like that."
Gosh dang
This
it.
isn't a beach. This is a bathtub.
Wow. Okay.
Good to be back,
All right.
baby.
All right. Giga Chad. Giga Chad. Okay.
Giga Chad, where?
Tex, at this
You
point,
know,
I'll say
I-
you start coming
was-
towards the bar,
What,
and you
mean
see
Giga
you see Kulana and B at the bar, like talking with the bartender, and Kulana like stands up and starts like taking a deep breath.
And you know
Wait,
what?
Who are you talking to?
You know what? You.
Oh, me? I like spaced out for 2 seconds
Yeah,
and didn't hear a name.
you're at this point you arrive at the bar where Kulana is, and you see her just like breathing herself in after, or like breathing in after talking with the bartender.
And then, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go up to him and just say, hey.
B follows.
Okay.
Watch.
From a distance.
I'm not gonna make myself known. I'm gonna watch, and then whenever something goes awkward and they're done with it, I'm gonna be like, "So what was that about?"
All right, let's see how it goes, Kulana. What do you say?
All right. I'm like, you know what? No. Actually, is there a thing where I can roll for like confidence or more for
We'll see.
performance?
We're gonna see what you say, and I'm gonna have to roll you a charisma check, and see how well it comes across.
All right. I just put my shoulders back, unclench my jaw. I make myself known. Gosh dang it, Caden.
Could you imagine if his camera freezed like that? How
I
quick
looked
someone
away.
would be?
I looked away. What did I miss?
I was making. She said she puts her shoulders back and unhinge, or like would you say undo your jaw,
Unclench.
unclench your jaw, and make myself noticed. Ah!
All right. Okay. Sorry, got the giggles. Okay. Okay.
Just
okay.
a fair warning. I have snipping tool open at any given moment. Funny
There
enough.
was your given
Oh, no.
moment.
Caden, you okay?
I'm fine.
No,
My
it-
power cut out again.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
Get
that
better
funny.
power, dummy.
I wish. I don't know what's going on. I think I think my receptacle might actually be broken.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not good.
So
That's not good.
I was like, you know what? I'm tired of feeling awkward and clumsy. This time, I am actually going to be an adult about this.
I like how everyone starts laughing at you.
Shut up.
B looks up at you. You're an adult.
I'm literally okay. So,
What's your manager?
I'm back. What happened?
Billy.
Caden, you froze.
I did.
I
But your manager.
I go up to him, I tap him on the shoulder, and I just said, "Hey, I don't know if this is too forward, but I would like to know your name."
I didn't have one of those. One second. Let me see if I have a character sheet that's available. This one works.
Name him Florbo.
He kind of looks over
Nobody.
you. He looks over. He looks over you. I don't have a name. No. He looks over you and he goes, "The name's Atan. What can I do for you?"
Very nice to meet you a ton. I am Kulana, so now we're not strangers.
I don't think
That's
how
not how
that
that works.
Wait, why does he share my name?
A ton?
a ton. A ton of. Okay.
A ton of stupid jokes.
We are all very. I feel like I'm getting a contact high.
What does it even
Just from being
mean?
in this group.
Okay. I just said, hey. I. How do I not make this sound really creepy?
You don't.
What?
I don't.
Just start
You
flirting.
seem you seem very cool, and I'd like to personally I personally like to get to know you better.
So I need you to roll 2 things. I need you to roll me 1 a performance check and 2 a charisma check to see how well you bring that across. Because I'm gonna let you have a chance of making it sound natural and not be really awkward, and I'm gonna see how well he takes to it.
Performance and charisma.
You need a
Yes.
nat 20 on this.
Performance.
If only we had a brill.
Yeah, seriously.
No, he's
Uh,
hooking up
And
with
charisma.
seekers or something.
What did you say about a brill?
He's probably hooking up with some seekers or something.
Hang on.
Yeah, man.
Why is it not working?
That whole face, you know.
Oh.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't like that.
So Kaylin rolled a 13 for performance and an 8
Oh.
for charisma.
Oh man.
Well,
So B, as you're
See
sitting
him crash and burn.
as you're sitting behind Kulana just like goes, "Hey, I you know, I like the way you look." And like
No,
no.
don't make
Are you
me
calling
say
him
that.
ugly?
Don't make me,
No, you
Don't make
sound
me say that.
embarrassed and very like I don't know what you said. It's just like an example of just, like stuttering over your words, not getting things out purely. And you see Atan here just like raise an eyebrow the entire time she's talking.
B,
Does it
B
get
pipes-
higher and higher through the entire sentence?
Just
B,
slowly.
B pipes
I
up.
want to do.
Like
No,
with the B pipes up. She's like, she's not very good socially.
you see Atan just goes, I think I noticed that one.
I just kind of laugh nervously.
He rests an arm on your shoulder, or a hand on your shoulder,
His
Kilana.
whole-
Yeah, bam.
I just wanted to have a nice Goliath boyfriend. That's all I want.
your,
for her.
your first mistake was letting B come with you.
Yeah, seriously. He goes, I'll tell you what. I can give you my contact information, but right now I'm quite the busy lad. I don't have much time for romance, as you can say.
Okay.
So he gives you like, whenever you guys transfer contacts or anything, you basically have these like crystal things that are attached to your ship or your console or whatever that you just tap to it, and it basically is like a password and a identification thing. So he taps it to your like crystal itself, and it transfers over basically your phone number.
Okay.
And he's like, hit me up anytime. I work at one of those steel mills, so I'm up and around randomly.
All right.
Okay, so Caden, be honest with me.
Yes.
How much of that did you just bullshit?
All of it. What do you mean?
No.
You think I was prepared to have a character for Kulana to flirt with? What do you think I prepare for?
Did you not hear me say improv for us, DM?
Yeah. None of that was planned.
Dance, monkey dance.
Actually, can we actually ask him for help with what we're doing?
I think we should keep that private.
Yeah,
Oh, I
probably.
think so.
What?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, wait. I'm sorry. I was thinking. I'm sorry.
He shoots back the last of whatever's in his bottle, and he's like, "For now, though, I do need to head home and get some rest before I'm up in the morning."
I just,
Or he
like,
looks out at the space. He's like, "Or afternoon." I'm not sure how you quantify it.
I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. And I just put out my hand to shake his hand.
He does a nice firm grip for you, shakes it hard, and is like, "Have a pleasant evening, love," and then walks down the hall.
Oh.
Oh
All
my.
right.
On the
Bye.
whatever the escalators things are, whatever they're called.
Travelator.
Travelator.
Off he goes
Be-
on the travelator.
B just like looks at him like, look at Kilana. I think that went well.
Tex, you see Keelan just kind of slump over slightly.
I'm gonna like walk
I'm not
over there,
sad,
but like
I'm just awkward.
I'm gonna like walk over, but like not make myself known. And I'm just like, so what was that about?
uh, in between that, the bartender does come out and just like petty clap and walk back to the back room.
Get out.
V just kind of looks at the bartenders like.
Somewhere in the
Yeah,
distance,
Tex
Aisha
says to you,
shudders.
Kilana, what was that about?
Like in a way of like, I know what happened, but like you explain it to me.
I need to stop going for Goliaths.
I think you need to improve your approach.
I think you need,
don't-
I think you need to go for people you meet, not random strangers in a bar. Or get your charisma stat up that you don't roll an 8.
Can it help me?
What?
Can it help me? Get that crap up.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
That's not something I can help you with. You have to use your level ups to do that.
Yeah, of course. I hate this because I should be okay, decent at flirting, especially with that guy right there.
Well, so the one thing, Kaylin, is you're not good at flirting in the real world. So when you give me a mumble jumble of stuff to then put into a fake game and then roll poorly, it's not ending well.
No, it's not.
At least you make me sound good if I do roll well.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I try to help you.
Thank
That's
you.
the role of the dungeon master.
Yeah. But in the meantime, you guys probably go back to your place or have a few drinks and food at the bar, maybe play a game of pool. For you, however, Tim Tam,
Yeah.
you kind of go out and you kind of get that's a lot of the same word. You get a sense of the scale of this place. It's actually like really huge, big enough that there are entire steel mills and different sort of production plants built into the side of the station. There are entire cities and developments of people living. There are different weird little shops. You find an area though that is like, you know how different places have like Chinatown or different miniature places of ethnic
Yeah, yeah.
cultures. There's that, but instead of being cultures, it's like ideas and groups of people. So you find a
Like
place
people.
called Maker Square. And it has, there's several prominent buildings that seem to be like a hype center. One of them being a rapid production center, which is a place that has casting, 3D printing, different sort of mold creations, electronic stuff, all in there that you can go through, basically put a bunch of copper, silver, or gold down, buy small parts and things like that to build new things. And then you also find areas that are more designed for sheet metal and like welding or TIG welding. You find areas that are designed more for like molding or arts and crafts and things like that. And you can find just about anything here with that sort of idea of building something new more technically. And it's just scattered throughout. So what are you looking for?
Perfect. I'm immediately gonna go to that mold casting area.
Okay, like the Maker Square.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go in there. There are a lot of people here. Some of them seem to be like younger kids learning to do their first blueprint design for or not. I don't think it's called a blueprint, but a layout on a circuit board. Building the first one, getting simple things like projects like a Christmas tree made of LEDs all attached to one board.
So
Light up
Mark
ping
Rober
pong
works
balls.
here.
Yeah, basically, this is Mark Rober's wet dream.
Oh my gosh.
You see things like that, but you also see higher end people. Like you see an old, what seems almost like a professor with some older papers and a tablet, working on some weird circuit board that seems to have like a almost like a Tesla coil in the center, and then a levitating above that another board with some different sort of inputs and outputs, just with wires and cables reading off on his display information. You see a wide range of people in this area.
Perfect. Anyone looks like they're kind of in charge? Anyone who can give me a direction of how to get started?
There is a obvious, so when you walk in this area, it's all made of metal, but this interior area is a very light metal with sort of a patterned-esque style to it, with a nice statue in the middle with it seems to be just like a generic inventor figure, sort of the sort of like what the Statue of Liberty is to America. It's that, but to inventors. Someone with like a cog wheel and some materials in one hand, and then in the other hand a book of knowledge.
Timerdingle.
Sort of, yeah.
no!
If you walk in past that, there's these massive glass doors and a large bar with 2 people that seem to be staffing this building in main entrance.
Perfect. I want to go talk to those people.
Sure thing. You have there's one woman who's a lizard folk. She is sat up front with like they have a very simple like black vest on with some slacks. Seem to be a sort of like a simple professional, and there's a name badge and things. And then the other person, what do I want to do? An air ganassi, let's say.
Okay.
On the other side, they're all just sitting there. Basically, they're reading over the computer, just taking in information. It seems.
Perfect. I'm gonna walk up to them. I'm gonna introduce myself real quick.
Sure. What do you say?
Hi there. I'm just looking to see if I can start essentially just building a design that I'm thinking about. Is this just like a free reign kind of thing? How does this work?
So the lizard folks themselves like, well, of course, this is the Maker's Square. There are plenty of rooms on the first 3 floors of this building. The actual floors themselves are quite large, and there's like benches and tables. Some of them have different tools, like there's different rental tools in the back. She goes, the benches and tables are open to anyone, sort of like a cafe. If you'd like to rent tools, you can go up to the machine, enter the amount of gold or currency you have, or if you have one of our on-ship cards, you can use those. You can rent out any tools for a prolonged amount of time. Once it's up, you'll be charged overdrafts if you do not return them. And if you need anything more specific, there's vendors nearby that can get you just about anything you need. There's also enchanters on the other side of the Maker's Square, just beyond our zone's gate, that can help you with the magical side of anything if you need it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Happy inventing.
I like the catchphrase you just came up with.
Thank you.
So there's kind of 2 things I want to do here. The first is I want to find a material that's going to essentially break on impact.
You can find a ceramic shop probably.
Perfect.
Like basically a homemade potter that has like a robot that can pot whatever you need. I don't know what it's called. But like, what do you?
Marijuana?
What would you?
Like a potter's wheel kind of
Yeah,
thing?
they spin it, but they can make like there's a robot that has like 4 arms that can basically put pressure in any way imaginable to create any shape that's symmetrical all the way around.
Perfect.
So, so sculpting it any way you want.
Not
Ah.
sculpting. Sculpting's different. It's the spinning thing that you move. I know there's
Yeah,
a
I know.
name for it, but I don't know what
I
that is.
just kind of call it round sculpting.
Sure, that works. You
Who
walk
the hell
in.
that took my pencil sharpener?
Get wrecked.
Wait, like a potter's wheel, but not
Yeah.
the same?
No, it is a potter's wheel. I just don't know what you call the action of potting the wheel. Forming, maybe? Is it forming?
Mm.
So whatever it is, it doesn't matter.
I'm not
I'm
sure.
going to the
I'm
internet.
sure there's a verb. Find the verb.
You walk in, and there is there seems to be a gnome, an elderly gnome woman at the front that's just like watching a machine. Right now, it seems to just be demonstrating making cups. And on the back wall, there is
3D
just like
printing?
no, it's actual pottery stuff. But there is a wall of just like utensils or probably not utensils. Those don't pot well.
That's a weird name for it.
Or just like plates, bowls, cups, mugs, things like that. All that just on the back wall, all fired and with the nice glazing on it. And you see her just kind of there sketching out a design.
Perfect. I'm gonna walk up to her then.
It's
Yeah.
called wheel throwing.
I know, yeah, throwing is
Oh
what it's.
yeah, throwing.
Is it throwing when you mold it, or is that? I guess the whole
Yeah.
thing is just
Yeah,
throwing.
it's when you mold it. It's
Yeah,
called wheel throwing.
that makes sense. So yeah, you walk up to her and she's like, "Oh, hello, dear. How can I help you?"
This
I'm
sounds
looking
nice.
to create this design I'm thinking about. Essentially, what I need would be a hollow sphere of clay.
She's like, "Well, you've come to the right place. Do you have a rough size you're looking for?"
Somewhere along the lines of about. You use inches, right?
Sure. The dimensions are whatever you want it to be.
6-inch diameter.
Okay, and how thick of a wall are you thinking?
Thinking about a 1/2 inch.
1/2 inch? Okay, okay. You see she pulls out a piece of paper. She kind of just like takes her old gnomish hands, just like flips a circle, and then notates that it's 6 inches on the outside, and then flips like a perfectly symmetrical circle on the inside, just a little bit
I
thinner.
wish.
Yeah, she has this fine handcrafted just.
Ugh. I
and
wish my hand had the offset tool.
and she's like, and do you
I
need
wish.
any?
Offset tool.
Do you need any openings in this to fill it with anything?
Yeah, small hole. I'm thinking maybe
Mhm.
about inch diameter
Sure.
that I can then seal over afterwards.
Okay, that's definitely something we can look into. Is there a particular use? Is this going to go on the end of an arrow of sorts?
I'm gonna use the catapult spell on this eventually.
Okay.
Are you making throwing pots from Elden Ring?
Throwing what? I've never played Elden Ring.
Okay.
She's like, well, I could do I could do 1-inch holes. To fill it up, I can give you some raw materials. If I give you some
Mhm.
clay, water, and a bandage-like material, you could wrap up the end and just make sure it's nice and dried before you use it. It should work well.
Okay.
It would actually be great for
Perfect.
storing vegetables and fruits for long periods of time.
I'm definitely not doing that, but I'll keep it in
She's like,
mind.
you didn't seem the type.
What
she-
gave it away?
Do you have
The
your
giant
gun on
rifle
your
on my
back?
back?
Yeah.
The
she
giant
just looks
rifle on
over
my
your back. She's
Is
like,
that what gave
"Eh,
it away?
I'm a people's person. She walks over to the robot. You see she kind of goes to a screen, starts tapping in on it. Like you see her do like 2 circles again. It's kind of
Mhm.
spring things out. She actually touches the screen and it projects like a 3D illusion in front of her. She spins it around and you see it just like actually creates a perfect sphere. She takes like a tool floating in 3D space and drills a hole in the bottom.
Shoot, I just thought of something else actually.
Yeah.
So initial sphere, exactly the same,
Mhm.
but there's another hole on the other opposite end.
Holes all the way through.
Inside that hole, though, there is another sphere inside. It's almost like there's a bubble inside
So
the first sphere.
like a big orb around it and there's some supports to it. And both of them
Um,
have holes into it.
Give me like 2 seconds.
I think I get what you mean. Like a ball inside a ball, and you can fill both of them separately.
You making
Kinda,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chinese- Are you making a Chinese poison like teapot?
No,
That'd be a
sound
little
like-
different.
Assassin's teapot. Thank you.
Let's see. Let's see if Tim can convince me to let him do this. Oh, okay, so there's just a large ball in the bottom part.
there's just another ball inside of the first one.
Okay. You say that to her, and she's like, it's gonna up the complexity and maybe increase the cost a little bit, but I should be able to get my
That's okay.
my servant here to do that. And she like pats the robot arms.
Yay.
And she's like, how many of these are you going to need?
How long do you think it's gonna take to make one?
Well, it should take the robot only a minute to make it, but it takes about an hour to
Oh.
kiln dry and then or to fire and then another 5 hours to dry.
So that'll just be at the same time, though.
Exactly.
So
Well,
like 6 hours tops, kind of.
exactly. 6 hours I should be able to
Great.
have it available for you.
Great.
And we can do them all at once. For if you want about
Yeah.
12, I could do that in probably 7 hours.
Okay. I think I like the idea of 12 for now. Yeah.
Sure thing. So you see her that has that orb. What she does is she makes another sphere. She takes it in top and like twists it, pulls away her hand, and there's actually like a boolean section out of it. She makes another shape, drills a small hole in the top, fits it in its place, and like cuts it all the way through, and then smooths it out with like a hand motion. She sends it over to her machine, and she's like, "Yes, it's gonna be 20 gold pieces for all of it."
Done.
She's like,
done.
"Okay."
Take it. Take
Yeah,
it
make
all.
sure to mark that off. And she's like, "All right, I'll get
Working
my Bottomatic 3000 to get working on it, and we'll see how
Love
it
the
goes."
name.
And she's like, "I don't get to
And
name
take
these
it.
things, sadly."
Aw.
You
All
see
right,
the
great.
robot. The robot. There's like so the robot hangs from the ceiling. It has 4 arms that one
Mhm.
arms disappearing. Whoa.
Mangle.
And
Spangle?
each arm goes down to like a 3 like flapper system. Then each flapper can fan in and out to different shapes and sizes.
Cool.
So this machine goes in, like builds 3 fingers together, big old scoop, and beneath it there's this vat of like
Acid.
yes, a vat of clay that's covered in this sort of thick water. That it scoops a large chunk out. It takes it, throws it onto the center of this wheel, starts spinning it up, and you see the fingers just slowly begin to sculpt it, build it up on the side, dig in, cut out the center bottom, build it up more, then set that aside, start a second ball, wheel it up, build it up, and set it inside and smooth it over. It takes like 5 minutes for it to go through slowly building it up, but it looks perfect to your design.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Is there anything else you're looking to get?
Yeah. Not here though.
Okay.
I'm looking for some form of chemist now.
So
are making
beyond
those.
the enchanting stuff, you can find a more chemistry based or more just like more like potion materials or enchantment,
Okay.
like a spell casting materials and things like that. That is like a section in the ship.
Mhm.
It's a lot smaller of an area overall, just because it's hard to get those resources here.
Yeah.
But the basic stuff for like healing potions, a lot of the just essential roots and vines that grow in plants, you can find a lot of that, but more rare supplies are less common.
Okay.
So what are you looking for in particular?
I'm probably gonna go somewhat simpler and go
Like-
with like a phosphorus and like a peroxide kind of thing.
Sure thing. You can definitely find, so the medical places definitely have like a hydrogen peroxide or like cleaning agents and things like that. And you can
Okay.
find a gunsmith too. Probably not in this area that sells like black powder and things like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, you step into those. Each of them is a little bit different. The medical place, very clean, very orderly, sort of like a CVS almost, where they have a bunch of stuff on the shelves. Anything super flammable or super dangerous, they actually have locked up behind glass, but you can just ask someone to come unlock it for you, and they're like, sure thing. Unlock it, you go. It's going to be about probably only like 5 copper for a big thing of hydrogen peroxide or any sort of cleaning solution that you choose.
Okay.
And then when you get to the gunsmith, you see it is a like an old dwarven man, who seems to be like very into. He seems to be rifling out a barrel and a gun, and he's just like, "What can I do for you?" As he's just sitting there twisting this like slowly item to reading out
Name's
the inside.
McCree.
Name's McCree. I'm looking for a kinetically explosive compound.
He's like, "You mean black powder?"
That'll work, yeah.
That's what I deal with mostly. It's something that's fairly reliable, very trustworthy. If you're looking for something more extreme, I do have an item called Tannerite. That's more impact based, but it is a lot more dangerous.
Yeah.
Done.
Tannerite, all right. How much are you looking for?
I'm looking for about, what would that be, like
7.
5 gallons?
He's like, oh
Probably-
boy.
Probably
looking-
less. I don't know gallons very well.
So,
It's because I'm working with inches now.
this is like 1/5 a gallon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
So yeah, so maybe you
like
like
a gallon max.
yeah, maybe you want like 2 quarts, which is like
Yeah,
half a
I
gallon.
don't know what that is, but
Half a gallon, basically.
Ha,
Okay.
Canadian.
I don't know
Uh,
any of these.
you
units.
know you could just tell me like I'd like a kilo, and I could be
And
like
we could-
okay,
Yeah.
Perfect.
okay,
Perfect.
a kilo, sure. He was like sure thing. Planning on some explosive rigging, or what are you doing with this? As he gets like this large or he doesn't actually get a container out. He presses a button on the counter, and like a door with a bunch of like things like leather strips or tacks or stuff like that begins to open up, and this big barrel sort of spins out very slowly.
I love it. Looking for a more explosive and flammable mixture.
He's like, Tannerite will be the thing for you. With high enough impact, it is known to explode itself, but if you light it on fire with a high heat or with a low heat for a long period of time, it will also explode itself. What?
I said fun.
He's like 1 kilo. So he opens up the top, the thing lowers down. He gets like a knife out and cuts like a cube out of the stuff. It's almost like a clay itself, but it's sort of a little brittle. He sets it up. He puts it in like a saran wrap. It almost looks like a block of cocaine. He wraps it all up. And he's like, that there's going to be about 5 gold pieces.
All right, here you go.
He's like, all right, thank you very much,
And I
kind sir.
remove the 5 gold.
He's like, now be very careful with that. It is in a more of a moist state. It makes it a lot safer for shipping and transporting, before you use it, you might want to dry it out. Once it's super dry, however, any sort of sparks or those sparklers you used to play with as a kid where it would light up for a period of time. If you
Yeah.
leave one of those in this, it will explode. Lighting a
it.
simple flame to it typically does not cause instant explosion, but high impact can.
All right.
So be careful, but have fun. And he go, oh gosh, my computer shut off again. But this time it didn't break this one. Interesting.
I love the made-up chemical that just solved the issue of
Tannerite's a
needing to
real thing.
design something else. It is?
Tannerite's real. My dad uses it a lot.
Great.
Yeah.
Here I was thinking I need
What
like
does
a
your dad use
peroxide.
tannerite for,
Uh,
Kaden?
when we
reaction.
go out to shoot targets, he puts it in the target so they explode.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. It's very fun.
His dad was the one who taught me how to shoot.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, that's a real thing. So there's some of your hillbilly engineering for you.
Thanks.
Moonshining.
Yeah. So yeah, is there anything else you need to look for?
I don't have a full plan for the other one yet, so probably no.
Yeah, in between sessions, definitely like get together what you need, and I'll just tell you how much it would cost. And
Yep.
you have enough time right now that you can probably put this together. What you're doing doesn't seem extremely complicated.
We got like
Um,
10 days, so
Yeah, that
should
is
be
if
fine,
you're
right?
spending all
Alright.
10 days here. You could also
Okay,
go
yeah.
elsewhere. You guys can use your ship and fly out.
Gotcha.
But we're gonna hop back to the other side of the party. Anything else you guys are doing, or are you just kind of chilling out?
Bee's gonna go back to the room. She wants to eat more from the cabinets.
Yeah, you find when you open up the fridge, you found that jar of jelly that you disappeared is magically back.
Bee's like,
Infinite
So wait,
jelly.
wait,
Wait,
so
what
Bee-
happens if she eats
so-
the jelly?
So
Nothing.
Bee,
The
pulls the
jelly
jelly
she
out of
did
the
eat is
fridge.
back.
so Bee pulls the jelly out of the fridge and then closes the fridge and then opens the fridge.
It's not back.
All right, Bee dumps out the jelly on to like a plate or whatever, and then opens it and closes it.
Still not back yet.
Bee's gonna try to figure this out.
This is B's inner monologue.
Bee just slaps the jelly on the cabinet to absorb it, and then she checks the fridge.
Not back yet either.
She's like,
I want more jelly.
I'm gonna watch it.
yeah, she's gonna watch.
With the
They're
fridge
just gonna
open.
be left.
Someone just came into the room and restocked it.
Just like walks in, just put it back. Oh, okay, cool. And then B's there like super hyper fixated on this.
I hope that that's the actual case.
They're in the
Yeah,
walls.
Bee's just gonna sit there.
I'm in your walls.
It's
Bee's
a
just
two-way
gonna-
refrigerator.
Bee's just gonna sit there with the fridge open and watch.
After about 4 minutes, the fridge just starts going bing, bing, bing. Door is ajar. Please shut door.
No,
Door
it's a
is
door.
a jar. Door
Bing.
is a jar.
She closes the door.
And it stops.
She opens the door again.
Jelly's still not there.
This is gonna be a best.
Bee gives up and she turns into a puddle on the floor, sad.
Someone's gonna slip.
Well, I slipped. Tex is
She's
just
gonna be a puddle in front of the fridge, just sad. It's like, oh, my jelly.
Tex is like gonna come in with like some jelly and slip on her and shatter the jelly.
Ellie, you know when
When you leave
Kyle
an
threw
ice
away the
cube by the
popcorn
fridge.
at the movie theater? That's what it's gonna be.
So, what is Tex and Kulana up to?
Contemplating.
I'll
I'm
be
kidding.
emotional support. Even though Tex isn't really good at emotion.
Tex like, my brain a little too broke, know emotion, man.
My brain brokey.
Quite literally.
It's,
Yeah.
it's one of those things. I wanted in the beginning. I wanted Kulana to fall in love sometime in the future of the campaign, and I'm not helping her. Apparently.
Several years later.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm
Yikes.
just gonna have Tex be like emotional support for Kulana.
Oh no.
Are you guys gonna be drinking at the bar?
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Kulana, are you gonna be?
Yes.
How much do you drink?
Not much.
Okay.
Okay.
Take out a gold piece from your inventory then, just for the drinks.
I I can't at the moment.
We'll remember to do it in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from there, you guys just have a good little evening. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Check the fridge again.
How long are you waiting to check the
I-
fridge?
I go see what B's up
10
to.
minutes.
You open the fridge, still no jelly.
I'm
I
like
see-
Yeah.
convinced
Her arm
someone
just
came
reaches
in the
up.
room at one
Her
point.
arm just reaches up to open to see if it's back. She gets like some cheese out and just like sadly munches on it.
You guys enter into a puddle on the floor eating cheese.
Hey, it's me.
Hey B, you good?
There's no more jelly.
I could have sworn there was more jelly.
Did you
I
eat it?
ate it all.
There's no more jelly.
There's no more jelly.
Tex, can you make me an intelligence check?
Oh, yeah, I can. Like,
What is the
where's-
jelly just
gotta open
in
my
B?
character sheet. I gotta open my character sheet.
Sure.
The jar is just on the floor.
Intelligence 19.
You know that this is just like a hotel, and you can just call food room service for more jelly.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but Tex is the
Not
only one
gonna.
that I think has the intelligence level right now to be able to do that. I think Kulana's too distraught, and B doesn't know what room service is.
Isa appears in the room.
I'm not that distraught. I'll help her get the jelly.
No, you didn't get the chance to know it. I didn't give that to you, Kaylin.
What?
You don't know. There's no jelly in the
so-
fridge.
So Isa just comes into the room to a puddle on the floor, and then the other
A
two.
chuckling
do-
warforged, and then and like a kind of sad Lana.
I always miss the good stuff.
You come
Wow.
back as you have like a bomb materials in your hands.
I'm just like have like explosives in
Bomb.
my under my arm here. Like
Rope, bomb, lamp,
Lamp
oil.
oil. Yeah, B's like, there's no jelly.
did you
It's so
call room
sad.
service?
What's that?
The people who work here get food for you.
So it doesn't just reappear?
Why would it just reappear?
Because it did last time.
It's not magic, silly. Someone probably came and restocked it.
I's a mother.
The puddle
Am
just
I-
like shrivels a little more.
Should I
Oh.
teach me how to use a phone?
Well, it's not really a
No.
phone. It's more of like
No.
it's more like the tablet
No.
on the wall that controls everything, and it's just room service
I feel
is an
like this
option.
might lead to a lot of bad ideas.
Yeah.
Can I have like $100, please?
Mm,
You know when Kevin McAllister like uses a room
Yeah.
service?
Yeah.
I feel like it's even worse because you can rearrange the room automatically, right?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
and
this
you have
could be
control
bad.
of all your blinds and like colors of lights and
She makes a
TV
ring.
shows.
She puts on only like the children's cartoons.
She puts on Bluey.
No, she puts on the fucking dragon. No, what's the sheep?
Dragon
The
Tales?
sheep play from earlier.
Shaun the Sheep.
Billy Bob.
Yeah,
Bob.
Billy
Oh,
Bob.
oh gosh. I forgot about that one. My fake
Uh,
made up children's cartoon
Billy
Okay.
Bob.
or puppet
Yeah,
show.
I'd say Isa has the intelligence to
Not do
know
that.
room service, but not
Yeah.
smart enough to not show B.
So you go up to
So-
this
so-
the terminal.
Yeah.
And there's basically just a room service option, and it's like, what would you like your fridge stocked with? And you kind of just go over to the jelly and just add 5. And
It
as
will
you
be
do
gone
that,
by tomorrow.
the fridge,
They
like,
have mere minutes
the fridge
there.
locks. What B hears, B, you're sitting by it. You hear a large as these, like, metal poles stick through the fridge's front door, like, where you open it, it locks in. The fridge then
It's been impaled.
merges into the wall, and then, like, a big face shield comes down, and the fridge is missing.
B is distraught
Yeah,
about
she
this.
gets so upset.
It'll come back. It'll come back.
After about a minute, the wall opens up, and the fridge, the exact same color and everything, comes right back out, and then goes, "Sip," and those bars disappear.
Go ahead.
That
B-
minute, that singular minute, B was devastated. No fridge, no happiness.
We could just live in a fridge and be fine.
True.
So B opens the fridge.
And on the bottom shelf, there are 5 jars of like strawberry
Jar
jam.
jelly.
She
I got
grabs
jar
all of them
jelly.
and like gleefully walks away.
B, has anyone ever told you about saving things
What's
for
that?
later so you have more?
We just kind of eat.
Yeah, but like, if you want the jelly to last longer, you should eat less and over a time.
No.
I don't
She's
think
like-
logic works.
At
He's
least
like,
give me a chance.
B just like, do you want it? And she holds up one of the jars.
Sure.
She gives Tex
To
the-
prevent
a-
robots from getting sick.
Okay.
I just put it back in the fridge when she's not looking.
So true.
Yeah, I was thinking that's gonna happen. She's
She
gonna back
goes
up.
to-
Oh my gosh, she does magic!
She just sits in a corner and just like,
She's like sticking her hand in the jelly like that kid in
Yeah.
the corner eating glue.
Exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, you guys spend the rest of your time doing that. I think this is gonna be a good place to stop with all the technical issues I'm having. I want to see if I can figure out what's happening.
Yeah, I get
But
Fair enough.
next time we play, you guys are gonna have to have a game plan for what you're doing for 10 days. You have 10 days to prepare to go into like infiltrate a secret base headquarters of R&D for building a Dyson sphere to dominate the system. You have 10 days. Figure out what you're
7
doing.
days.
Otherwise, you might get screwed.
11 days.
10 days. No, we're not bargaining.
No, I was
Um,
making a joke.
But for now,
We're not bargaining.
thank you
We're not
all
bargaining.
so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you follow. If you guys are watching this in the future, like to catch me live, go to twitch.tv/CadenBop with 2 P's or youtube.com/@CadenBop with 2 P's. For now, though, I'll be in
Haha.
Aiden
stream.
also has an OnlyFans.
I do.
PP.
I never got it set up, actually. I lie.
No.
But I'll see you all in the next stream.